Hello. Hi, everybody. Hoping make sure my microphone's on. Okay. Hi. How are you? Hello. It is Meg. I am here live once again, and for the first time in what feels like ages. I have had a crazy week. I have had some interesting things happen to me. One of them being that my internet went out on me earlier this week. Actually, it was late last week, but we've only been able to get a technician to come out. In fact, today, as I'm doing this live, so haven't had internet in the last couple of days, but I have had a bunch of family stuff go down, and all of it's been good. Everything's fine. We're totally fine. But it's been busy, and it's been a little bit funky in terms of me being able to communicate with you guys, but I'm back. Things are okay, and we are doing the best that we can right now. I decided that because I have my internet back up and running, that we could do a live stream. In specific, what I want to do, something I actually haven't done basically ever, is do readings for the specific zodiac signs. And I don't tend to do that because to do an individual video for each sign would take me a while. And if you've been on my live streams before, or if you've seen my regular videos, you'll know that it does take me quite a while to get through some of the cards, because usually I'm pretty rambly and just trying to get my way through. But I decided that I was going to pull out my oracle cards, just do some oracle readings for each of the zodiac signs. And I've left a link specifically in the description for this video, so you might be able to see that in playback. But there is a link to a Wikipedia article about the zodiacs and how they were discovered, what they are. It seems like it's pretty in-depth, although if you want to share links to articles about the zodiac that you may have found, please feel free to do so, and I will have a look at those. So yes, oracles for the zodiac signs. And if you know your birth chart, or if you know anything about your birth chart, you may have some idea specific placements and different signs and what that all means. So if you are interested in that, let's do a reading. We're just gonna go down the list, and starting with Aries, ending with Pisces, and we shall see. Yeah, we'll see what messages come up for you. Let's see how it goes. Oh, also, in the chat, there is a link to my tip jar if you would like to leave something like that for me. I appreciate it, but please don't feel put upon to do so. That is not an obligation. It is an option. But the link to my tip jar is in the chat. Please go have a look over there. That is also where I keep my blog. And there's more writing and more videos, more art at that link. So again, happy for the visit, and thank you for anybody that considers a donation. I appreciate you very much. Okay. So, okay. All right, there we go. We're using the Circles of Healing deck by Alana Fairchild, but the copy I have is really sticky. Actually, so is this one. What I just showed off is the Gateway Oracle by Denise, Lynn. So, yeah, let's see where we go from here. We are going to start with Aries. So this reading is for you. You are an Aries, sun, moon, rising, any other planetary alignments you have with Aries. This reading is going to be for you. Okay, we have Enid. This represents doubts, fear, wariness, or maybe issues of trusting. We have the wishing well. Okay. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay. Alrighty. We have the unexpected is a secret grace that enhances my soul awakening and nourishes my divine potential. Okay. All right. And we have trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. All right, Aries friends. You have some things that you really need to. Yeah, you have some things on your plate that you really need to listen to yourself more about. Okay, because a lot of this fear and self-doubt is you shutting out your inner voice. I think part of this is there's something here that you want very desperately to happen for you, and I'm getting here because of this wishing well card. It doesn't really matter how many pennies you toss into the bottom of that well. If you don't trust that you're putting into your bank or the penny that you're dropping, well, if you don't trust that that's going to, that behavior, that desire for, I guess, a payback or a payoff, if you don't trust that that is going to happen, then you'll only ever be just tossing coins into a well, right? You're not going to see any dividends on that. And it might not be the healthiest to expect something back, but if you doubt what your voice is telling you, if you doubt that you are on the right track, or if you doubt that your process of doing things is what is right for you, then you'll be stuck here. You'll be stuck with the doubt. You'll be stuck with the intuition. Okay. You'll be stuck with the intuitive things, but you won't necessarily hear what that intuitive voice has to say. Okay. And you won't be able to tap into whatever unexpected blessings might be coming in for you, because there's certainly a number of things that you've wanted to manifest in your reality. And you've had so many plans, you've had so many things that you have wanted for yourself. And again, this wishing well energy, you're throwing things out there. And there's a potential that this may be rushing a process. That's why, you're trying to make things happen when you want them to happen. And certainly achieving goals on the small scale might, that's but having taking some time to really stop and listen to yourself will allay this, will give you a chance to actually trust what your heart is telling you. Okay. Also, I'm going to put a timeout on this. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please go ahead and share them with me. If you have a different interpretation that you feel safe in sharing, again, I would love to see what you guys have to say. Okay. So, yeah, I hope that helps. What I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I actually pulled out. It's not in this pile. Haha. I actually pulled out the Universe Has Your Deck. Has your back. I have the deck. I'm gonna get you an affirmation, something that could be helpful to you if you feel it. If you feel it worthy of listening to, but please, again, follow your intuition, Aries friends. This is for you. Okay. Oh, I love that. I love that for you, Aries. Excuse me. We have the presence of love will always cast out fear. So yeah, I think whatever approach you choose to take on this wishing well energy is going to be right for you, because if you give yourself the chance to really listen to your heart and your intuition, you'll know what to do. You'll know, you'll know what to do, and you will be led forward with love, with universal and divine love. Okay, so there is that. Okay, that is for my Aries friends. Aries. Okay, we're into Taurus. Hello. I am a Taurus sun, so this is going to be it's going to be particularly fun. Hopefully, if you were a Taurus, you'll get something from this reading. So let's see if I can actually. Okay, well, I'll take that one. Okay, Taurus. Hello, my friends. Hello. Okay. Several. Okay. All right, so Taurus, my friends, this is for you. We have Jocelyn representing persistence, perspective, and defiance in some way. I like the persistence aspect. You'll note that I'm getting stubborn about this. Probably not a good energy for this reading, however, typical Taurus. So here we are. That is Jocelyn. Okay. Hello. We have the talisman. Okay. We have abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Okay. All right. I like where this is going. We have. Oh, okay. I'm looking at both of these right now, but we'll look at the circles of healing. My energies are renewed and swiftly magnetize all good things for the happiness, pleasure, and delight of my heart. That's awesome. That is really cool, because we also have cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Taurus, buddy, pal, friend. Let me talk to you for a minute here. We're earth signs, right? If you know anything about the elemental placements of our sign, we're earth signs, right? We're very much about abundance, prosperity, taking care, nourishing, right? Hard work, certainly getting stubborn in the head over doing our tasks, right? Hence the persistence. there is something here that I feel might be paying off, okay? In terms of getting ourselves set up in our security, right? We definitely want to have a good foundation under our feet so we don't feel wobbly when things change. Now, again, Taurus is a fixed sign, so we don't do change very well, and it's you may have to kick us square in the butt to get us to do work, but when we do, boy, do we do it, right? And it does pay off. Okay. There is, I feel for some of you, there may have been signs to give a little bit of distance to what you've been working on, and it's starting to come back around, and that you have new and fresh energies coming through, which is great. I love to see it because it has had a payoff. Okay. There has been a sign along the way that has said, hey, yeah, it's time to chill, time to give yourself a break. But it's been a sign, that you've followed and really let yourself feel nurtured and loved and cared for, rather than, it's that loving, kind, caring energy has helped you avoid burnout, right? And I'm going to probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to put a personal spin on this by saying that I took the month off in August because I wanted to kind of game plan for next year, which I am very excited for. And yes, I've done it this far out. But I have also, actually, I took July off. It's now into August. Okay, timing. But that's, again, game plan for next year. Did some other projects, but I did manage to refresh my energy, which is what this is saying here. So, I feel that might be prevalent for some of you, because it has allowed your persistence. It's allowed you to come back to your hard work with a level of renewed energy and determination. Okay. And I love to see this cultivation aspect, this nature aspect, again, because we are earth signs, and we take a lot of our nourishment from the earth, whether that's good food, fun company. There's a lot of abundance to be had with that energy, and that's certainly something I feel coming through quite nicely here. Now for our affirmation. Hello, Capricorn. Well, we're getting to it. I'm going to be, so what I'm doing, for those of you that have just tuned in, is I'm pulling some oracle cards for each of the zodiacs. So we'll see how it goes. Taurus, your affirmation here is, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So here's another reason for you to be stepping back. Okay, because there's been some challenges. There's always a challenge. But there's definitely been some challenges in your space that have had to be looked at. And they've presented some things to you that you might not have seen, you might not have had the space to consider, again, because either you're being defiant and don't want you're trying to throw, you're just trying to throw anything at the wall and seeing what's stuck, and it just, the situation where you were in that did not necessarily work, and you've had to shift your perspective on that. Maybe having a little bit of faith in yourself is what is going to see you through, but also knowing that stepping back and letting this healing energy do its work on you is what has helped you in the past, and potentially what will help you in the future. Okay. All right. Let me get a water break. Cheers, my friends. Okay. All right. Gemini, this one is for you. So if you have any Gemini placements in your chart, if you know your chart, or if you are just here to have fun and hang out with me, I'm happy to have you. Okay. Let me see what cards come up for you, Gemini. So actually, fun fact, I am a Taurus Gemini cusp. My birthday is right, like the very last day of Taurus season, May 20th, for those of you that care. So I'm right on the cusp. If I'd been born what I'm trying to say is, if I had been born later in the night, I probably would have ended up being born under Gemini. But I do very much identify with Taurus. So yeah, there's that. So Gemini, this is for you. If you have any placements in your chart, this will hopefully be a helpful reading for you. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Gemini, here you are. Okay, we have a Colette. This is representing battle, victory, bitterness, or regret. Okay. We have the rescue. Okay. We have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay. We have savoring life with gratitude gives rise to a crescendo of loving consciousness, shifting paradigms, and opening new creative pathways. Okay. All right. There is that. And we have mending bridges. The quote here is that I heal rifts, I am a mender. Okay. So there's something here for you that has given you some pause. Okay. It's given you some pause because there has been something you expected, something that you have really worked hard for. Okay. It has been a battle, probably a real, emotionally certainly, but potentially physical, because you've had to put yourself in places for this thing that you didn't think you ever would or would normally do in other situations. Okay. And ultimately you've gotten a result. Okay. We're not going to be reading tarot tonight, but immediately I go to the Five of Swords with this card, because you've expected a result, and that's what you've gotten. But I don't think it was the result that was in your highest service. Okay, because you got the result you wanted at the expense of something precious to you, whether that was your physical health, whether that was your emotional health. You I do think you realize that, and I do think you know that. However, you may have felt like you're standing alone on this castle with a crumbled foundation, and that's not serving you any good. You've had to reach out for someone to potentially help you understand where it's gone, where all of the things you've worked for have ended up, right? I hope that makes sense. And I feel like this has definitely put you in a stagnant position where your creative energy isn't necessarily flowing as nicely as you would want. And whatever this thing is has potentially caused some physical separation between you and another person. And that could be painful. That could be painful. Maybe that separation is necessary right now for you to do the reflecting. Okay. But I do hope that in that reflection you understand where some things need to be mended. Okay. And if reaching out to this other party is in the cards for you, please keep in mind that there is another person potentially on the end of this, and you do want to consider their viewpoint on what may have happened. Okay. Okay. I think that makes sense. Also understand that if this is to literally do with your physical health, this could mean that you reach out to a medical professional or someone you trust in order to gain some perspective on what might be happening. Yeah, what might be happening to you physically, because again, pausing and taking some time out to heal I think it's going to be imperative for you at this time. Okay. And when that healing begins, I do think there's going to be some very, very good creative energies coming through. Okay. So there is that. Let's see what your affirmation is going to be, Geminis. Okay. So your affirmation is, I choose to learn through love. Okay. Yeah. Take this journey take this journey easy. Show yourself some love. So show yourself and your other. Yeah. Show yourself some love. Show yourself. Give yourself some love. Give yourself the chance to be open-minded and show love for the other people in this situation. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, I hope this is helping. We're going to move into our Cancer placements, Cancer signs, where fall. This is for you. Okay. Okay, Cancer signs. Okay, this deck is ridiculous. Okay, Cancer signs. Here we go. Okay. Cancer signs. Let's see what we gotta see here. Please, let's see. Cards for Cancer, please. Okay. Cancer signs. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. All right. So, friends in my Cancer placements here, to start for you, we have Iris, which represents change, transformation, and enchantment. Okay. Hello. So there is Iris. Okay. We have Ride the Wave. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay. We have Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Okay. Alrighty. We have, with patience and hope, Silver Shield bless. Try that again. With patience and hope, Silver Shield blesses the soul with the wisdom of winter, stillness and rest for sacred inner reorganization and success. Okay. Wow, I don't. Okay, move on. In giving birth, I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. The first thing I'm hearing for you, my Cancer buddies, is go with the flow. Just take it as it comes, right? You've got some good energy here because I think there's a lot of, actually, I think Cancer is a water sign, so it stands to reason, if I'm correct, that you have a lot of water coming through, a lot of like free-flowing, very easy-going energy right now. I don't necessarily want to say easygoing, though, actually, because you have this energy of change and transformation. And that's, I like that because it's always, the tides aren't the same from minute to minute. If you've ever stood on the beach, if you have access to those places, the tides don't look the same. The waves can get real choppy coming in, and it's always moving, right? You have a lot of movement energy coming through right now, and that's good. Okay, that's good. But I do sense that you're being called to give yourself a little bit of a pause. Because we have this Wisdom of Winter card here, the Silver Shield, which is asking you to potentially slow down a little bit. That has you butting heads with yourself a little bit because of your movement, right? Because of your desire to move. Okay. I'm also getting images of like snow and icicles. Again, because of this winter energy here. So there may be some things that you have to pause and put to rest for a little bit while things around you change. Okay. Yeah, things are going to look a little bit weird. Things might feel weird because you're just, oh, crud, I'm stuck in the wrong place. Where am I going to go now? Well, there is a chance for you to reflect in that stuckness, okay? Because once you get yourself together, once you put all of your plans in a way that's concise for you, then you'll start seeing a new form of creative energy come through for you, and it's going to be gorgeous. I love the fact that this is coming up for you, because where it feels like you may be in a period of stasis, where you're planning, you're making, you're planning. Hopefully, if you're given over to this, you're journaling, making a plan for things as you move forward. And once you see that, see this silver shield energy drop, right? This winter energy, this pause energy, it's going to see you giving a lot of creative energy to the world. Okay. And, what's nice here is that the way you get to that is through tapping into your inner peace. Okay. Because again, I remember I mentioned that butting heads energy. It won't feel as bad. You may still have some internal conflict, but I don't think that's going to be as intense for you as if, whereas if you tried to rush through this period of time for yourself, you certainly might not get the results you want, but you'll constantly be battling with yourself. Okay. So again, I hope that makes sense. Let's see our affirmation here. We have, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Okay, so there's again, tap into the energy of love. But I think what this is, how it pertains to your reading here, is that you have the chance to show yourself some forgiveness and compassion for mistakes you've made, for actions that haven't had good consequences. It's all within you, and you have the power to make your creative flow happen. But you also need to give yourself some time to navigate change. Okay, navigate the change that is going on around you. Okay. Alrighty. So that was for Cancer. For anybody new on the stream, thank you for coming in. Okay. Leo signs, this is for you. I'm going to take it. All right. Leo, my friends, welcome in. We are going to show off cards for your sign. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm happy to answer them. The chat and the comment box will be open. So let's see what's on the cards for you. This is for my signs in Leo. Okay. Leo, let's go. Okay. Okay. All right, Leo, what you got for me tonight for Leo, please? Okay, let me take that other card. Okay, so Leo, you have Desiree. This is yearning, longing, or pining for. Okay, you have Leo. We have protecting treasure. Okay. All right. We have fear. Okay, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay. Interesting. We also have, we have a base chakra blessing for soul, vitality, and stoic foundations that support the manifestation of my heart's true beauty for the highest good. Interesting. Okay, and we also have flying free. This is saying, I unfurl my wings and fly. Yeah, something's holding you back. There's this energy of being held back from really doing this, Leo. And from what I understand, that's really not your character, because I always think of Leo as bold, bright, majestic, very very much a presence. When Leo walks into the room, it's like the room just, it's not them walking into the room, it's the room following after them because they own the space they're in. Okay. However, there's something about your situation is preventing you from doing that, because you're letting a fear and a lack mindset get in the way of you truly manifesting the desire here. And that's really sad to see, because again, you're a Leo. You're the lion. You're majestic. You're this, I'm getting just very bright sun energy, generally speaking, from Leos. But I feel like there's this fear that if you really do go out and really grab what you want out of the air and make it happen for yourself, and then there's something that something that'll be taken away from you, right? And that's how I'm getting that from this protecting treasure. I think I'm thinking there might have been someone, potentially this could be a love reading for some of you, especially if you identify with a Leo sign, wherever the placement is. This could be a love reading, and I think someone has genuinely burned you really bad. They've hurt you really bad. And that's why you're in protector mode. That's why you have this fear, this lack mindset that isn't allowing you to really open yourself up to being present with what you truly want. Okay. I'm saying that because this manifesting card. Okay. It's really, this is, I don't genuinely like this for you, Leo, because I know you can be, you're so much bolder and so much brighter and so much more than you give yourself the credit of accepting. Okay, and you know what? You have to get there on your own terms. Don't let me try and dictate you what you need to do to be at your highest. No, you already know that. Okay. I'm gonna say, because we have these red tones here, go back to your roots. Go back to your roots to find who you are. Okay. Because you were not this yearning, you were not this longing, you're not your lack, your perceived lack. Let me put that in air quotes, because if I don't know that there is a lack in this situation, but yes, there's something that's telling you to perceive it that way. Okay. But you have the power to unfurl your wings and fly. Okay. And in terms of your affirmation, okay, it reads, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Okay. So just remember again that you are not your lack. And the minute you show yourself kindness and patience and open-heartedness, you're going to find that that lack mindset really wasn't about, really wasn't all that it was chalked up to be. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I think what I'm trying to say about that last part is that perception you have of being in a lack and longing for something more isn't as extreme as you are necessarily telling yourself it was. Okay. I hope that makes sense. We're gonna move on. Virgo. Hello, Virgo. This is for you. So thank you for coming in. For those of you who are just joining us, I am pulling oracle cards for each of the zodiac signs. So if you are watching this in playback, there is a link to a Wikipedia article about the zodiacs. But I am open to learning more from everybody's perspective on it. So if you guys have anything you feel safe in sharing in the chat box or in the comments, get in touch and let me know. So let's get to our Virgo signs. Virgo, this one is for you. Here we go, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you have blue. This represents fragility, secret love, rejection, and one-time love. I'm going to let you read that, maybe if it's not backwards for you. There is blue. Okay, we have come together. Interesting. Okay. We have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay. Interesting. We have, I open my soul to the realm of the miraculous, where infinite resourcefulness, goodness, and generosity bestow abundant blessings endlessly. Some of these are a mouthful. And there is the card. Okay. And we have exceeding expectations, I soar into excellence. Okay. So there's been some healing for you, Virgos. And I'm seeing that coming through because you have this sense of heartbreak coming through as your first card. And you know, I'm personally related to a Virgo, so I know for a fact that they're very much, they're very detailed oriented. At least the Virgo that I know is highly curious, very much about finding answers. And the work they used to do, because they're now retired, the work they used to do was very collaborative. So I think part of the way you deal with hurt is to put it out there. It's like, hey, wow, that really sucked. I need some perspective on this. So you reach out. You go to a trusted individual and you're telling them, you know that they're going to have your back as quickly as you have theirs, right? So there's a mutual trust with this person, okay? And because that has genuinely helped you heal, that's helped you move through some deeply painful moments. Okay. as for this fragility or rejection aspect, I do think there is some of that related to this situation. Take that as it resonates. But I don't think you're fragile to the point of breaking as such. Just because, again, I think you know who you are. You know who you are better than anybody else, certainly. But I think because you're likely very detail oriented, you have the chance, or you have the tendency of getting into your head a little bit more than you normally would, and it's like, nope, that's not what I want to do. So again, this is why you're reaching out, and possibly talking through what it is that's bothering you, right? Okay. And in doing that, you've tended to find solutions that you might not have thought of before. Okay. Yeah, you found solutions that you might not have thought of before. But I think you've been able to use those things in a way that has made you feel intensely grateful for the fact that you didn't bottle it in. Okay. You didn't bottle it in. You made sure that you used all of your resources to their best and highest advantage, because that's allowed you to heal, right? And I do think that now is a period of time for you to be intensely grateful for the things that you've been, maybe the things that you've been through, but certainly the way that you've allowed yourself to feel your way through this situation. And that's, I say it like that because there's been lessons that you've learned. There's lessons that you've learned that you're now integrating and using for forward progress. Okay. Your affirmation is, my vibes speak louder than my words. Which in this case, I think instead of moping and wallowing in your pain, you've allowed yourself to go deep, to really understand what it is that is triggering pain, hurt, whatever situation got brought up from this. Instead of wallowing in that, you are using that to move forward. You're healing and then moving forward. Okay. All right. Libra. Okay, this is for you, Libra. Hello, friend. Let's see what is on the cards for you this evening. Okay. Libra. Hello, friend. Okay. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra. This one is for you. Let's see what we got. Okay. So Libra, we have Eterna, this is the card that reads, she who becomes, and it represents metamorphosis, transcendence, and journeys. Okay. Alrighty. We have encouragement. Okay, there it is. Encouragement. We have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Okay. All right, Libra. Okay. So there's death. We have the Triskelion of divine alignment, harmonizes and heals my body, mind, and soul with the spiritual rays of amethyst, turquoise, and chrysoprase. Okay. And for those of you with those were stones that I just mentioned. Okay. And we have communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. I just got this butterfly coming out of its cocoon. And for you, Libra, there is something that you're going through right now that is completely transformative. It's changing everything. Okay? It's changing everything just enough that nothing looks familiar, nothing feels the same. There's some energies that are moving out. Okay? There's some energies that are moving out so it can give you space to go through all of these changes. Whatever it is. I'm taking a deep breath because it feels monumental. It feels bigger than you may have expected. And you're being required to really, really face it head on instead of maybe turning your back and running away from it. Okay. But the thing is that you are being encouraged here. You're being told you're on the right path. Because I do feel like you've had a sense that something is in need of healing, is desperately needing to heal right here, whether that's a physical ailment, a spiritual, whether that's something in your heart, whether that's a mindset that you've been holding on to. Something has held you back. Okay. Something has genuinely held you back, and it's done so enough that you've stayed quiet about it, whereas now you're starting to come out of the shell and come out of your shell, come out of your cocoon. Because I think part of this is something that you've outgrown and you don't need to anymore. This change is showing you that, oh yeah, I do really need to speak up about this because I might be putting myself in a place of suffering that I don't need to be in, right? And you're learning to let what doesn't serve you out of the picture, so you can communicate what it is that you need a little more freely. Okay? So there is that. Your affirmation is all too perfect is what your affirmation is, Libra. But we have, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Okay. There is a person here, and it's suggested by the card, but there is a person here that you might not have ever been able to speak freely with because either, they put off an energy to you that doesn't feel right. It isn't, it just doesn't, whatever this energy with this other person is, it's like, I don't know. Now that things are changing, it's like, I might still not know, but I have to say something to them about this thing. It might not be comfortable, but I do think you're letting yourself have the chance to try. And that's so important. It's important because you're going to grow. You're going to find that your confidence is growing by trying this thing. Okay. So I hope that helped you, Libra. We are just about over halfway with our signs. So for those of you that have tuned in, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We have a couple more to go, and then I may call it quits, but I might also do some just straight oracle reads. We'll see how I feel. Let's get through the signs first. But first, water break. Cheers. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see what we have for Scorpio. Scorpio, any alignments in your birth chart, if you know your birth chart, or if you identify with Scorpio traits. I hope this helped. This is going to be your reading. So let's see what we got. Scorpio. Here we go. Okay, Scorpio, we have Renee. This represents love, hope, and relationships. Okay, there's that. We have making a choice. Okay. Alrighty. We have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. We have from quiet and peaceful to rapturous and vibrant, I feast upon the sumptuous banquet of my soul's journey of rainbow wisdom. Okay. And we also have dwelling in truth, I stand in the light of truth. Okay. You have some doubts. Okay. There's some things that you need to make a choice over. And those things are bringing out, you know, maybe you doubt your ability to make the right choice for you. Okay. And I do think this is conditioning coming into play, because perhaps you were told, like, oh, you can be anything, just don't be something we don't like, right? Or you hope that you find this perfect thing and you're on the pathway, but then you're presented with options and you doubt your ability. Like I said, you doubt your ability to make the choice that's right for you. Well, here it's, the solution, I think, presented itself with your cards. Okay. Because even though you're kind of in a place where it doesn't feel quite like you have what it takes, I'd like to challenge you on that. Okay. I'd like to challenge you on that, because all you have to do, what it seems to me to say here, is that you have a beautiful palette of color in your soul. I mean, Bob Ross the damn thing. Whatever it is, just do something, and if it's a happy little accident, it's meant to be there, right? It's meant to be there, because that is a fact of your truth. That is a fact of your truth that all you have to do is tap into. Okay? It's there in your soul. The choice, whatever choice you make, you can't pick wrong. Even if you have to challenge yourself a little bit to get through that door, to get past the door frame into the path that you've chosen, whatever it is, I don't think it's going to be wrong. In fact, it's not going to be wrong, because if you follow your truth and, learn from the happy little accidents, then it's going to be the right path for you. And yes. We're going to move on. Let me get, here's your affirmation. And it says, when I lean toward love, I am led. Yeah. Again, tapping into the color, the every spectrum of color is carried within you. Okay. And that color is part of the truth that you hold innately. It's your truth. Okay. All you have to do is go forward with love and know that every color on the spectrum of your soul is good and perfect and right, and it will lead you to the right choice. Okay? All right, Scorpio, that was for you. I hope that helped. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what's on the cards for you, my friend. Sagittarius. Let's see here. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, what's going on with you, my friends? Excuse me, Sagittarius. Here we go. All right. Okay. Let's see how we do, Sagittarius. What's going on? Okay. So, Sagittarius, okay. We have the orchid. Here's the card. This represents thriving, flourishing, prospering, and blossoming. I love it. Good to see it. Okay. There's that. We have movement. Okay. All right. We have service. I feel good when I can help others. Okay. Okay. We have, with perfect love and perfect trust, I open to the unlimited blessings of the universe for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Okay. And we have expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. So I'm hearing that some of you are in your boss era. Some of you are some of you are in your boss era, and you're okay, to use the buzzword, you're genuinely thriving, you're making things happen for yourself. I'm immediately getting the 10 of Pentacles imagery here. So there could be people that you're taking care of, that you're finally not necessarily having to worry about keeping them fed, sheltered, clothed. Maybe you're getting ready to send children or individuals back to school, and you're finally, you've paid things off. You've paid things off enough that you don't necessarily have to worry about how you're going to take care of things, because you're in your boss era. You're making things happen. You're thriving. You're growing. You're changing. Okay, and I think you're changing in a way that is allowing you to feel good enough with yourself that you can do the work that you want to do for others. Okay, and you're starting. You see this miracle energy here. You've worked hard to get to this place. Okay, and it's been a ride, but you haven't. I don't think you've let much of it phase you. Again, I'm getting to that because Sagittarius is a fire sign, and I am personally related to a fire sign. So, even though you are prone to feeling stress, you say, hey, you know what, I'm feeling stressed about this, and this. Well, you've taken that stress and transmuted it into action. So whereas some of us are just like, oh crap, I'm stressed, what do I do? We get paralyzed by it. you're the kind of person that says, yeah, I'm stressed, but here's what I'm going to do about it, right? And that's, yeah, I think you're facing stress you're facing stress by facing stress by helping yourself through helping others. I think that makes sense. You'll know if that does resonate through you. To resonate through you and for you. Okay. So there's that. Yeah. And for your affirmation, okay, it says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Okay. I think you know what you have. I think you know what you have at your disposal. And knowing that you have what it takes, like I said, you're taking the stress, whatever stressor you have, and putting it towards action. You're continuing that reflection. I do think you come from a point of being very cool, calm, and collected, and possibly feeling stagnant to the reason I say that is because you've taken that opportunity to be cool in order to reflect on the action you need to take. But that's allowed you to really plan and give yourself a chance to understand how you're moving forward, right? Because you did have the card for movement, okay, which is special and very important, because I do think if you are any of the fire signs, moving is important when the time is right. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it made sense. It made sense to me, but hopefully that made sense to you. Okay. So, Capricorns, we're moving into your sign next. So let's see what we have for our Capricorns. Capricorn, here we go. Okay. Alrighty. So right off the bat, we have Elixir. This is representing forgiveness, remorse, and guilt. Okay. All right. We have follow the leader. Okay. There's follow the leader. Okay. We have surrender. I can release my need to control. That is true. Alrighty. We have a new cycle of divine harmony and blessed alignment opens for me as I continue my soul journey with authenticity, expression, and trust. Okay. Okay. And we also have savoring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life. Okay. So, Capricorns, this one's for you. Okay. There's a new cycle coming in for you. I'm getting here because of this card. And in order to really get this cycle in order for you to settle into it, you're going to have to surrender. Surrender the need for control, surrender the need to hold on to negativity. Because and I say this a lot in my readings because it's a theme that constantly comes through, possibly as a reminder to me to look at it some more. But change is universal. It always happens. You can resist it all you want. but it's going to happen. And you will, we're not robots. We're not AIs. We're not robots. Things happen to us. We're energy in a fleshy meat sack. So, of course, we're trying to navigate this overstimulated, crazy world here. Okay, and we're going to make mistakes. We're going to mess up. We're going to fall on our butts, and we're going to have to figure out how to get back up again. Right? Forgiveness and surrender, okay, are the keys to letting yourself really inhabit this new cycle. Okay? There's that aspect for you. What I think might be helpful here is following the leader in terms of what your heart is telling you. Okay, because it's time to try something different from what you might be used to trying. Okay, and therein lies the weird, gross, gnarly feeling of that change that you don't want to make because it's going to shake your comfort zone. Good. You know why that's good? Because this. I'm possibly being very, you know what? I'm not going to say possibly. I know I'm being confrontational here. But the sense that I'm getting here is that you've come through so much. Okay, there may be one of you in the chat that has experienced a lot. Okay, and it's hard. It's truly hard, whatever this thing is. Okay, but it's time to surrender. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to let go of any nasty things that you may have thought about yourself, about situations, people in them. I'm done. I forgive myself in order to let it go. Okay, because here. Okay. This new cycle, let's talk about that for a minute here. This new cycle is especially helpful and important because you have the chance to embrace new things, and these new things are going to bring in a good sense of positivity and happiness. Positivity, happiness, and possibly a good deal of pleasure because you've worked hard for those things, right? Okay. So, yep. Here's your affirmation, and I'm going to bring up your cycle card here because it says there's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Surrender to that authenticness. Surrender to your authenticity. That's what's going to pull you through these next couple of months, right? Not that I'm putting any time limit on it, but you certainly have a lot coming to you, and it might not be assured when, but it certainly is coming in. So long as you stay in tune with your truth, your authenticity, you'll find that forgiving and surrendering is going to feel a lot less monumental. Okay. All right, guys, we are almost done. We have Aquarius and then Pisces after that, but for you, my Aquarius friends, let's see the cards we are meant to see for you. Okay? All right, Aquarius, what do we have for you? Okay. Aquarius, let's see how we go here. All right, Aquarius. Alrighty. So, Aquarius, for you, my friends, we have Valeris. This is representing daring, doing, and reaching. So, there is that. Okay, interesting here. All right. We have the Wizard of Awareness. Okay. All right. We have Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Okay. All right. We have 444, which represents sacred manifestation ensured. Archangel Metatron, sacred manifestation, and Archangel Sandalphon. Okay. So there's that. And we have embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. Okay. You're getting it. You're getting it real good, Aquarius friends. Because you have the ability to manifest your deepest desires, and you're doing that because you dared to dream. Okay, you dared to dream, and you've done so much of it that I think your dreams have kind of outgrown the box you're trying to put them in. And by that I mean, like, you have so many plans, you have so many hopes, you have so many dreams, and you are actually going for them. Okay. It's not like you're taking assignments off a to-do list kind of thing, but you're putting plans into action that you've had for a while and that you've known that you were going to achieve at some point, right? Okay, I'm getting there with this manifestation card. Okay. I do also think that outside of that, there's been some reflecting on who you are as a person, what you might feel. Hello. Certainly. Give me just a moment here. So you're, outside of that, you've done some reflecting, and how you're gonna put your plans into motion here, and that's through this act of love here, that you're addressing those things, and that's allowing you to embrace what the future might have in store for you. Okay. Alrighty, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a pause to address any concerns in the chat. So, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, whatever you'd like to share, feel safe in sharing, go ahead and let me know. I do have a request coming through. So here's what I'm going to do. Going back to Aquarius real quick, we're going to read your affirmation in a minute. So let me pause a minute here. Let's see what we can do for those of you in the chat. All right. Okay. 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 So for the request from the chat here, we have Perpetua, which represents sadness, solitude, silence, and the act of withdrawal. Okay. We have the One Ring Circus. Okay. Alrighty. We have adversity. Accept that challenges are the best way to learn. All right. Okay. We have, okay. We have 1111 answered prayers. Those is essentially represent answered prayers. Okay. All right. And we have breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. All right. So there's something here that is testing you, that's giving you a lot of harsh messages, in that you're facing adversity, and it's giving you like, oh my god, this hurts. Why the hell am I going through this? Right? What did I do? Right? And you're that might be something you're feeling. And another thing you might have coming is that you feel like you're facing it by yourself. I don't know that that's true. You know what? We're gonna pull another affirmation for you here. The thing is, you're way more resilient than I think you give yourself credit for. Okay, because you have this breaking barriers. Okay, and I want you to notice that even though the tones in this color are very dark, and I would imagine they represent night imagery or a situation where there is a lack of light. Look at that beaming through, though. Look at that coming through. You have light coming through, okay? And even if you're going through the ringer right now, you have your prayers are heard, your spiritual requests are heard, especially if you are asking for help from. You try that again. Especially if you are asking for help from your spiritual team, and you can put whatever belief you want into that. If you're talking to somebody physical right now, okay, great, good for you, keep doing that. But you have this answered prayers card, so you need to know that, I'm going to repeat it because I feel like you need to hear it here. You are way more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Okay? And your deepest desires, the things that nobody else but you sees and reflects on, all of those things are being answered. Okay? Those things are being answered, and you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. Okay? Okay. So let's see. Yeah, let's see some affirmations. Okay? So your first affirmation here is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Okay. Alrighty. And you have, hope is the conduit from miracles. Yeah. Your hopes and your prayers are being heard. For some reason, I think that it might have felt, this hope thing might not have felt present. It might not have felt there, but it is. It is. And, I can relate to this card, because even though, there are certain things in my life that I want to have happen, they haven't yet. and it's not my time to embrace those things, right? But I do know that for everyone in the chat, for everyone in the comments, for everybody, good or bad, active or not, I do want them to be okay. I do want everybody to be okay. And I hope that loving energy that as we put out in the world can be turned back in on ourselves, and we can take care of our souls that way. Okay. Hope is there. Whatever you're looking to achieve will happen. It will happen. Will happen. Just give yourself a chance to get there. Okay. And you got this. I believe in you. I'm with you all the way. Okay. I got you. I got you. We got you. Okay. So, anyway, Aquarius sign. Let's read your affirmation. This is attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So, know that whoever, and this is back to our Aquarius signs here, whoever's presenting challenges in the form of trying to hurt you, they're hurting too. And you have the chance to reach out to them. Okay. That doesn't mean break a barrier, but that means knowing that anything they're trying to hurt you over is just them trying to have someone relate to them at where they are. Okay. So, I am glad to help in any way that I can. Thank you all for being here. We're going to do our last sign. And then after that, I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, just to see if there's any other questions. But after that, I'm gonna cut the stream. Again, I've enjoyed this. I think I'd like to do this again in the future. So if you have any ideas for streams, let me know. Get in touch. Okay. Pisces, this is for you. If you are a Pisces sign, if you have any place. Okay. All right. Water break. Hydration reminder for you guys. Cheers. Anyway, if you guys have placements in your chart to do with Pisces, this is for you. Cool beans. Okay. It's been a long stream, you guys, but I've had fun. Let's see. Okay, Pisces placements, this is for you. Okay, all right, we have Odaz. This is representing fearlessness, justification, and resistance. Ooh, okay. What's funny is I'm hearing the Star Wars theme in my head right now. Nerd, right here, guys. Moving on, we have strength. Pisces, what are we doing here? We have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Love it. Cool. Okay. We have My spiritual progress is steady and true as my soul faithfully continues to manifest divine beauty that nourishes all hearts. Okay. All right. And we have healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Okay, Pisces, for any placement at all, what's going on, my guys? I'm asking here because there's something. I feel like we're coming out of our shell, and I'm putting myself in here because I'm a Pisces moon. So there's a lot of intuitive, imaginative, creative energy. Here we go with this imagination card. There's something here that we've had to recognize needs to be healed, because this healing, or this necessity for healing, has come from a place where we've been put at odds with what we felt. Okay. And in specific, there's something here that's saying you've been challenged by someone who doesn't see your dreams in the same way. I'm getting here with this imagination card, but with Audaz and this strength card here. Someone's tried to cut you off at the knees because they don't like the fact that you're dreaming bigger than they're comfortable with. Okay. And you've resisted their attempts because I think, you've been resistant to pulling back or letting go of the things that you deeply wanted, because the place these dreams were born in, right? And I say that because your world is too big to be contained. Your dreams are too big to be contained. You're too big to be contained. Your personhood is too big to be contained. That's not a bad thing. That is absolutely not a bad thing. The people in this world need dreamers, need doers, need shakers. You're the kind of, I feel like this part of the reading might be resonating with you if you've tried to do something that people thought were impossible. You want to get into that gallery? You want to put your art into that gallery? You want to publish in that magazine? Well, good luck, but I don't think it's going to happen. Actually, yes, it can. Yes, it can, because you've dreamed it into being. Okay? And I do think there could be other smaller parts that have had to be overcome. But, you've resisted the urge to just give up when things go wrong, right? And in terms of this conflict, in terms of this naysaying, that may have gotten to you because you are a water sign. You are genuinely in touch with your emotions, okay? Or you have enough emotional intelligence to understand what you're feeling, which has come from a place of this developed strength, okay? But you're not letting the world rest on your shoulders now, okay? You're not letting the world rest on your shoulders, okay? And the future's waiting for you. Yeah, the future's waiting for you, okay? Oh, all right. So let's see. All right. Oh my God, Pisces. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Baby, sweetheart, love bug. I love this. I love this because what did we just talk about it? Oh my God, perfect. I'm not touching it. I don't want to ruin it. I could talk it into the rug, but I'm not going to do that because I think you know what you got going for you right now, my friend. Okay? I love it. Absolutely love it. Pisces, that was a good note to end on. I'm going to do a quick little wrap up for all of the signs we just went through. For those of you watching in playback or just now getting into this, I read an oracle reading for all of the zodiac signs. So if you want to watch this again, it will be saved for playback. But for now, in order to close this reading, I am going to get a wrap up for all of us to go forward with. I hope this has helped. I hope this has made a difference for some of you. If it has, you'll know what's on your heart. And I thank you so very much for allowing me to do this for you this evening. Okay. So let's see what we have for all of our signs. We have Elena. This represents wisdom, clarity, and resolution. Okay. We have the dry desert. Okay. The dry desert, we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay. All right. We have, I surrender wholly and completely into profound renewal and multidimensional healing, trusting in the magnificent grace that guides my soul. Okay. All right. And we have receiving from angels, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. Okay. So one thing that I hope all of us who have watched or who are watching, who come into this after the fact, I hope that there is something that, some message, some level of, some level of I hope there's a message that has come through for you that has offered some clarity, some level of aid to you. For some of you, this may have, you may have come from what seems like nothing. I'm seeing, I'm getting a feel of the Five of Cups energy. So if you know the tarot, that's hurt, disappointment, the risk of that card being that you mire yourself in those things. But I think for a lot of you, there's a lot of new energy coming through, and I love to see it because it's coming through on the heels of forgiveness. And there's still, even if the desert seems dry, there's still a chance to get to what you need. Okay? It's across the space, but for a lot of you, there are blessings coming in. There's so many good, wonderful things coming in that we just have to keep. Where is it? Keep going forward. Keep reflecting. Keep gaining. Yeah, keep gaining what. keep listening to your voice, your inner voice, your intuition. That's that little voice in your head that doesn't shout, that barely gets above a whisper, that you have to let yourself listen to. Okay? Yeah, healing and blessings are coming in. Coming in on the heels of forgiveness and certainly on the heels of love. Okay? So that is our final message from the oracles. Your affirmation for all of us is happiness is my birthright. Yeah. I think that is the perfect way to end this live stream, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I always have fun doing these live streams. I do have a new video going up this weekend, along with some new artwork. All of the links you're going to want to see. If you want to see the art and the new blogs and all of that, it's all in the description. Yeah, get in touch. I hope to see you again soon. Hopefully there won't be this much of a gap in live streams. However, I will be on when I can. Just keep an eye on the space, and we'll come on again to have some fun together. So I love you lots, guys. Stay safe out there, and until the next stream, I will see you very soon. Wow. I think a lot of oops. Let's try that.